Hello, and welcome to this session where we want to question some of your self limiting beliefs and look at ways for you to overcome them. Firstly, I want you to sit in a nice and relaxed position with your back supported. You can close your eyes and just relax for a couple of seconds. I want you to start breathing deeply in what we call a heart activation breathing. I want you to breathe in and feel the air moving into your heart. Breathe through your heart. Breathe in into your heart and breathe out of your heart. Just relax and breathe into your heart and breathe out of your heart. And keep on doing this. This is a way for you to align your heart and your mind and to just relax and open up. So if you're listening to this audio, it means that there's something that you want to question. There's a self-limiting belief that you want to overcome. So if you want to, you can grab a pen and paper to answer the questions, or you can simply just listen and answer them in your mind as we go on. So I want you to tell me, what is the belief that you want to question? What is that deep-seated, limiting belief that you know you have, that you want to address and overcome? Maybe you don't feel good enough. Maybe you don't feel that you are smart enough. Maybe you feel that the world doesn't care about you. What is that belief that you want to question? And now I want you to answer, what is the evidence for this being true? If you don't feel good enough, what is the evidence for that? Maybe you have not reached your full potential. Maybe you feel that whatever you're doing doesn't help. What is the evidence for this belief being true? And now I want you to answer, what is the evidence against this being true? Surely there must be evidence in your life that this, what you believe, is not true. Think hard and think deep. What is the evidence against this being true? And how could you be misinterpreting the evidence? What assumptions are you making? Could others have a different interpretation or perspective? If you look at the people around you, maybe they have a different interpretation. Maybe they have a different perspective. Could they have a different perspective than you? And what could some of those be? Maybe you don't feel good enough. For reasons, maybe you have not reached your goals. But if others look at you, what could they be seeing? What could their perspective be? So now ask yourself, are you examining all the evidence or just that which supports your belief? And could this belief be an exaggeration of the truth actually? Think about that. Think about all the evidence. Take everything into consideration. Are you really examining all the evidence, or are you just looking at the evidence that supports whatever you believe? And the more you think about the evidence and different perspectives, is this belief the truth? If you were to ask a loved one, am I good enough? Am I smart enough? What do you think they will say? So is this belief the truth, just because you hold on to it? Or is this belief just a habit you have gotten into Or does the evidence support it? Now, sometimes our beliefs originate from outside. Sometimes they originate from a loved one, from a parent telling you, you will never reach anything in life. You will never become anything. Maybe a past lover or partner, even a current one, saying, you're not good enough. You can't do this. You don't mean anything. Do these beliefs originate from you, or do they sometimes come from other people? And if they do come from someone else, if someone else told you things that you now believe, are they a reliable source of fact? Those telling you that you're not good enough, have they reached everything in life that they wanted to? Are they perfect? Do they never make mistakes? So are they a reliable source of fact? And does this belief serve you in all situations in your life? Does it help or restrict you in life? Is it real? And what do you think about this belief now? Can you see that it is in your mind? It is not real. So up until this point, right now, you have felt this. You have felt this limiting belief deep down, haven't you? Now I want to ask you, how will it feel that from this moment onwards, you do not feel it? You feel the complete opposite. You do feel good enough. You do feel strong enough, smart enough. How will it feel if from this moment onward you feel like that? And how many days in a row of feeling that would it take for you to feel that it is true? How long will it take you to feel the opposite? It can be a day, can be a week, a month, even a year. How long will it take for you of feeling that way to believe that it is real? Now go forward in time that number of days in your mind to the moment where you feel different, where you believe different. And how does it feel? What can you hear? Do you smell it? Do you feel it? What do you hear? And now look back at the previous version of yourself. You've gone forward in your mind now, a month maybe, a year maybe. Now look back on the previous version of yourself. How do you feel about that person now? Do you see that that person had it all in them? They had all the resources. They had everything they needed to break free. What do you think about the previous version of yourself? Coming back to now, how does the future look for you? How will you behave differently, knowing what is possible? Will you still allow this to hold you back? No, you won't. And whenever you need to, go forward into your future and feel how it feels to be different, to be what you want to be. Feel it, hear everything around you, see it, smell it. It is there. What does the future look like to you now? You can come back to the room now, start opening your eyes, move around a bit, look around you, and remember, you can break the chains of your self-limiting beliefs. Thank you for listening to this audio, and I sincerely hope that it helped. Goodbye.